Now there's a lot of people out there, like me, who have project car, rear-wheel drive, open diff, and they want to try to make it perform. You know, you're tired of the one-wheel peels. Well, there's a trick. Let me show you. So as the engine rotates, what it's trying to do is it's trying to lift the driver's side front up. The counter reaction is it's trying to plant the passenger side down, which is good. That's what we want. That's the weight transfer. The problem is, while the engine is trying to do that, the axle is actually trying to twist this side up because the gear and the pinion, it's rotating this way. So basically, this tire is getting pushed down and pushed up at the same time, and normally it unloads itself and it'll spin one wheel peel. Now, what we need to do to try to counteract this is we got our slapper bars, okay? This side is touching, right? That side has, you can see daylight under it. Why are we doing that? We're doing that because we want this to hit first. We want that bar to push up on this body, planting the tire down before that side, because this is the one that always loses traction. You are pre-loading the suspension. Another way to do it is to actually put an air shock on this one side and jack it up. That will also preload the suspension. So the name of the game is to get both tires to bite and grip. If both tires don't have less traction than each other, they'll both spin. Open diff or not, an open diff, the tire with the least amount of traction will spin. If they both have around the same amount of traction, they'll both spin. You'll leave 2 marks. Now that's step number 1. Now here is step number 2. I want you to see. You see that little gap of air right there? That is traction left on the table. Now what I mean is tire pressure. If you have an open diff, and we know passenger side is compromised, what you can do is you can have lower tire pressure on your passenger side rear, higher tire pressure on the driver's side rear. If that has a larger contact patch than that, chances are it'll grip harder. And what you have to do is you have to get it to where both sides have the same amount of traction, like I said before. Now step 3, which is equally as important, open diff or posi. It doesn't matter. This one's important. And I'm talking about weight transfer, getting all of the weight from the rise of the front to plant the back tires. Now what I did is I eliminated the sway bar. Okay? Normally it'd be right about here, bolts up right there. So what the sway bar does is it locks the 2 fronts together. So if one wants to rise, the other one is getting dragged up too. We already said the motor wants to raise the driver's side front. The camera's inverted, so this looks like the passenger side, it's the driver to me. It wants to raise the driver's side front. So unlocking the 2, removing that sway bar, will let this front rise independently of that side, giving more traction to that back passenger tire. Is it dangerous to run your car on the street like that? Really depends on the car. Like this Mustang, the sway bar was tiny, so it wasn't really doing much to begin with. I took it off, I didn't notice a difference. You know, you may have different experiences. You just take it off, go around the block, test it out. If you feel safe, you know, to each their own. Well, it's time I go out and start doing some testing. I'll catch you next time.